So this is a guided walkthrough for the TryHackMe Advent of Cyber 2024 event from TryHackMe.com. So this is day number 23. The subject is hash cracking, and the title of the challenge is, you want to know what happens to your hashes? Okay, so what is the story? As time went on by, something seemed funny. Mayor malware and the source of his money. Sockmas grew closer, so the glitch better move it, gain access to the wallet so that he could prove it. Glitch has been investigating how Mayor malware funds his shady operations for some time. Recently, the mayor disposed of various old electronic equipment. One was an old tablet with a cracked screen. Being an avid connoisseur of active and passive reconnaissance, who does not mind dumpster diving for the greater good, Glitch quickly picked it up before the garbage truck. Surprisingly, despite being in terrible condition with a cracked and hazy screen, the tablet still turns on. Browsing through the various files, one PDF file that caught his attention was password protected. It is time for you to work with Glitch to discover the password and uncover any evidence lurking there. Today's learning objectives. By finishing today's task, you will learn about hash functions and hash values, saving hashed passwords, cracking hashes, and finding the password of a password-protected document. Let's talk about hashed passwords. Before we dive further, it is helpful to learn how passwords are saved in authentication systems. A long time ago, before security was a thing, passwords were stored in clear text, along with the associated username. When the user tries to log in, the system compares the provided password for this account with the saved one. Consequently, if a user forgets their password, someone with enough access privileges could look at the table and respond with something like, "The password for Joe Blogs is this thing right here." This was a terrible idea, especially since a database can be stolen and its content leaked online. Unfortunately, users tend to use the same password for different services. Consequently, if an adversary discovered Joe Blog's password from another service, they will try it on Joe's other accounts, such as email. To protect passwords, even in the case of data breach, companies started to save a hashed version of the password. For that, we need to use a hash function. A hash function takes an input from any size and returns a fixed size value. For example, SHA-256, which is Secure Hash Algorithm 256, creates a 256-bit hash value. In other words, SHA-256 sum file name will return a 256-bit hash, regardless of whether the input is a few bytes or several gigabytes. In the terminal below, we demonstrate this with one file being 2.3 gigabytes and another being 13 bytes. So we're going to run SHA-256 to run the hashing algorithm and return a hash value for both this file over here, which is 2.3 gigabytes, and this file over here, which is only 13 bytes. So this hashing algorithm returns the same length string no matter what the file size is. Therefore, instead of saving the password this thing verbatim, the hash is saved. For example, if MD5 message direct digest 5 is being used, then this will be the hash that would be saved. Problem solved? Not really. Firstly, MD5 is now considered insecure. Secondly, in addition to choosing a secure hash function, we should add a salt, which is a random string of characters, so that we should add an salt to the password before hashing it. In other words, instead of saving hash password in the table, we save hash password plus salt along with the salt. Consequently, when the user tries to log in, the authentication system takes their password along with the saved salt and calculates its hash and compares it with the saved hash value. If identical, they are granted access. This makes the saved passwords more immune to a variety of attacks. Although it is recommended to use a modern secure hashing algorithm to calculate the hash value of a password concatenated with a random salt before saving it, reality is not that shiny. In many cases, there are issues in the implementation, be it due to negligence or ignorance. In a recent story, a social media platform was discovered to have saved 600 million passwords in plain text for 7 years, despite all of the security guidelines warning against that. In other words, password cracking is not yet over. Password protected files. On day 14, we saw how malware intercepted network data to eavesdrop on the village. Technically speaking, he was attacking the confidentiality and integrity of data in transit. Today, we will explore how to view his password-protected document. Technically speaking, we'll be attacking the confidentiality of data at rest. One aspect of our security requires us to protect data while it is being stored on any storage device. Examples include a flash memory drive, smartphone storage, laptop storage, and external drives. If an adversary gains access to any such device, we don't want them to be able to access our files. Protecting data at rest is usually achieved by encrypting the whole disk or specific files on the disk. On the other hand, encrypted storage and files can pose an obstacle for the good guys who are investigating a criminal case. Digital forensics investigators need to find a way to access the plaintext files to prove or disprove any wrongdoing. In this case, for his private investigation to succeed, Glitch must figure out how to access the encrypted PDF file on the disposed of tablet. Glitch needs to play an offensive security role to break the security of the protected document. Passwords. Opening a password-protected document is impossible unless we know or can find the password. The problem is many users prefer to pick relatively easy passwords that they can remember easily and then use the same password across multiple places. Have you ever wondered which passwords are most commonly used? According to one source, the table below shows the top 15 most commonly used passwords. Interestingly, many users have opted for QWERTY, the first 6 consecutive letters on the QWERTY keyboard. Okay, so we've got rank 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rank 2, password as the password. Rank 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. They're all kind of ridiculous. Of course, users might get a little creative and might replace a character with a symbol. They might append the current year, a memorable date, or a few random characters or numbers to the original word. Knowing that malware has a cat named Fluffy, some passwords we expect him to come up with are Fluffy Cat and Fluffy 2024 unless he uses his name or title and creates a password such as Mayor 2024. Okay, this is Fluffy the cat. It's ironic because he has no fur. So he's named Fluffy. Fluffy implies fur, but there's no fur. Anyways, I hope you like my joke. Okay, connecting to the machine. Before moving forward, review the questions in the connection card. So do we need to start a VM today? Yes. Is there split screen available? Yes. Am I given credentials to connect directly? Yes. Okay. So to solve today's task, we need to click on the green Start Machine button over here. And that's going to start up the virtual machine. So the virtual machine is going to take a couple of minutes to initialize. So we just need to wait for it, but while we're waiting, we're going to read ahead a little bit. So let's navigate all the way down. So we're going to be doing a demonstration. So enough learning about password storage and password choices. It is now time to crack some passwords. We will cover the following: cracking a password found in a breached database, and finding the password of an encrypted PDF. Let's talk a little bit about data breach and hash values. Malware had an online account in a now defunct forum that was breached, and all of its user data was leaked. After checking online, we were able to retrieve the mayor's password in hash format. It is listed below. Okay, so we've got a username, which is the mayor's email address here, and a password hash. We want to discover the original password. The first step in our approach is to figure out the type of hash function. Then we will try to hash different passwords from the password list until we find a match. We have saved the above the above hash value in this file over here. So it's going to be in home user AOC 2024 hash1.txt. First, we will go to this directory here and then display the contents of hash1.txt. And then we're going to copy the displayed hash. Selecting the text in the split view will copy it for you, okay? And then we're going to start one tool that helps identify hashes by issuing the command python hashid.py. Then we're going to paste the copied hash. Right-clicking with your mouse will paste the copied text into the split view. And finally, we'll quit the tool using Control-C. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do all this stuff. So over here is the machine. We're going to click into the terminal, and then we're going to go the clear command. After that, we see that there's a directory called AOC 2024. We want to enter that, so we're just going to cd into AOC 2024. After that, the hash we want to access is called hash1.txt. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the file. So this is the hash. We're going to copy it. We're going to highlight all this. And then we're going to copy it. And then we're going to start the tool. So it's going to be python hashid.py. Python space hash-id.py. Okay, so that starts the tool. We're going to paste in the hash with Control-Shift-V, and then we're going to hit enter. It says that possible hashes are SHA-256 and Havel-256. Okay, and then we're going to quit the tool using Control-C. So Control-C to quit out. Okay. Next, we will try the passwords from rocku.txt, a popular password word list from a real data breach. The command is as follows. So what are we doing here? So we're going to use the John password cracking machine, password cracking program rather, and we're going to give it a format which we found, which was SHA-256, and we're going to use a word list to compare all of the against the hash, which is the word list rocku.txt. We're going to run it on the hash1.txt file. So let's just copy the command over here. And let's talk a little bit about this before we run the command. So this is the John command. It starts John the Ripper. The Jumbo edition is installed on the machine. And we have a format over here, raw SHA-256. It specifies the hash format, which we have figured out is SHA-256. We've got the word list over here, and it sets the word list that we're going to use to do the cracking attack. And there's going to be hash1.txt, which is the file that we're going to be working on. Okay, so over here in the terminal, we're going to clear, and then we're going to paste in the command that we copied. So it's going to be Control-Shift-V. Ooh, that's not it. Are we not able to copy? Okay, let's figure this out. So over here, we're going to copy this, and then over here, we're going to paste it. Nope, doesn't work. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to manually type this out. A bit of a pain, but you got to do what you got to do. So John -- format equals raw SHA-256 space -- word list equals /user /share /word lists /rocku.txt space hash1.txt. Okay, so check the command for spelling errors. No spelling errors, I don't think. Hit enter. And then the John program is going to run. and it found a match. So I think it might be this one right here, but let's take a look. Okay, there's a high chance that Mayor Malware has made some transformation to his password. For example, he may have replaced an A with a 4 or added a couple of digits to his password. John can start from a long password list and attempt various common derivations from each of the passwords to increase its chances of success. This behavior can be triggered through the use of rules. Various rules come bundled with John the Ripper's configuration files. One is suited for lengthy word lists, which is rules word list. Adding the option rules word list to your John command generates multiple passwords for each one. For instance, it appends and prepends single digits. It does various common substitutions. For example, A can be replaced with the @ symbol, I can be replaced with the exclamation point, and S can be replaced with the $sign. Many more mutations and transformations are part of these rules. You can check all the underlying rules by checking the list rules word list section in etc john.conf. John's configuration file. Unlike the first attempt, using John with this option should crack the hash for you. Okay, so it looks like we did not get a result from this first command over here. Okay, so unlike the first attempt, using John with this option should crack the hash for you. So it's essentially the same command, only we've added this section right here, which is rules word list. So let's hit up to get the previous command, and let's provide -- rules equal word list, and then run this command again. Okay. Okay, so it seems to be running right now, so let's read a little bit more. We should note that John will not spend computing resources to crack an already cracked password hash. Consequently, if you repeat a command that has successfully found a password earlier, you will get a message like no password hashes left to crack. Let's say that you have executed the command listed above and you have recovered the password. Then the next time you want to see that password, you should use John with the -- show option. For example, John and then this thing and then show and then #1.txt. So we've got the password over here. It's going to be fluffycat12. So if we wanted to see this again, so if we run this again, it's not going to show us the password. It says no password hashes left to crack. So what we have to do is we want to run the command, but we want to put -- show on the end of it, and then give the command again. -- show hash. Okay, so over in the terminal, we have to put -- show before the name of the file. So before the name of the file #1.txt, we're going to do -- show. Okay. Huh. It doesn't work. This looks like. I wonder why that doesn't work. But anyways, we've got the password here. It's fluffycat12. Great. Data breaches and hash values. Glitches discovered Mayor Malware's password used on the breached online forum. Although there is a high chance that this password will be used to access other online accounts created by the mayor, Glitch does not want to go that route as it would violate the local laws and regulations. Instead of attempting anything illegal, he has focused on the data he has discovered in the mayor's trash. There is one interesting looking PDF file that happens to be password protected. You can help Glitch break it. The first thing you need to do is convert the password protected file into a format that John can attack. Luckily, John the Ripper Jumbo Edition comes with the necessary tools. The different tools follow the naming style John format to John. The terminal below shows a few examples. So we've got one password to John. We've got FileZilla to John. We've got Gelly to John. We have HT Digest to John. So it follows this kind of pattern. You're interested in a password-protected PDF. Therefore, pdf2john.pl should do the job perfectly for you. In the terminal below, you can see how to create a hash challenge from a PDF file. This hash value can later be fed to John to crack it. Okay, so we're going to do in the terminal, it's going to be pdf2john.pl private.pdf and then redirect the output to pdf.hash. Okay, and that creates a file called pdf.hash in our directory. If we read that file, we see that we've got the hash over here. Okay. The first step to consider would be trying a long word list such as rocky.txt. Moreover, you could even use a rule such as rules word list to test derived passwords. In this case, neither approach works. Malware has picked a password that does not exist in the public word list and is not derived from any word found there. Knowing Malware, we see what he holds dear, which can hint at what he would consider for a password. Therefore, you need to create your own word list with the following words. So what does Malware care about? He cares about stuff like fluffy, fluffy cat, mayor, malware, and mayor malware. We need to save this to a wordlist.txt, and we have saved the above words in the wordlist.txt file for your convenience. Consequently, our command would be John rules equals single wordlist equals wordlist.txt pdf.hash. So how does this work? So rule single covers more modification rules and transformations on the word list. Wordlist equals wordlist.txt is the custom and personalized word list that we created, and pdf.hash is the hash generated from the password protected document. So now that you have gained all the necessary knowledge to tackle the questions below and uncover what malware has been hiding in his password protected document. Okay, so crack the value stored in hash1.txt. What was the password? So it was fluffy cat 12, I think. Okay, let's try. We run this command here. Use dash dash show. Okay, so I think it might be just John dash dash show. What is wrong with this command? Let me take a look at it one more time. Maybe I should do exactly what is over here. So what do we talk about? So John format this show hash1.txt. Okay, let's try that command exactly. So that command exactly is John space dash dash format equals raw SHA-256 dash dash show hash1.txt. Okay, so we got fluffy cat 12. This is the answer for the question. Great. Let's use this. So the answer is fluffy cat 12. Hit submit. Great. What is the flag at the top of the private.pdf file? All right, so we need to crack the password. And to crack the password, we're going to use this command over here. The command is John dash dash rules equal single dash dash word list equals word list.txt space pdf.hash. Okay, so we find that the password is mayor malware spelled like this. So we're just going to copy this, and then we're going to try to open up the PDF file. Now, how do we open this private.pdf? So we could try xdg open private.pdf. Oh, xdg open does not exist. Okay. What is the flag at the top of this PDF file? How do we open this? Let's get a hint. The hint is, after you discover the password of the PDF file, use the following command to convert it to a text file so you can read it on the console. PDF to text private. Ah, okay. UPW password. Afterwards, you can use the following commands to display the top of the file, head private.txt. All right, so let's try this over here. I'm going to copy it. Ooh, okay. So what was that command again? Jeez, my memory is really, really bad. Okay, so it was, can I not copy this? No, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna try typing this on another screen so I can remember what this command is. Hold on. PDF to text private dot pdf dash upw password. Okay. Okay. Let me do this now. Okay, so it's going to be pdf to text private.pdf upw, and the password was mayor malware, right? Okay, let's get that. Let's get that password. Okay, so this is the password here. The command we need to do is this right here. Okay, PDF to text private.pdf. UPW is going to be mayor malware. We can copy this, and then we can paste it in. Hit enter. Now we have private.txt. So we just cat private.txt and pipe it into head. And the flag is THM do not get caught. Okay, so we're going to provide this as the flag. THM curly braces do not get caught. And then hit submit. Okay, that was the correct answer. Great. Okay, so the last thing we need to do before we finish today's task is this. To learn more about cryptography, we recommend the cryptography module. If you want to practice more hash cracking, please consider John the Ripper, the basics room. Okay, so to finish the room, all we need to do is click on this button here, and then you're going to see the entire task turn green, which means we've completed the task. All right, so this was a guided walkthrough for Advent of Cyber 2024, day number 23 from TryHackMe.com. And if you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out. Hey there, HackerFrogs. Are you enjoying this workshop?
Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.